At the gateway to the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area is the Zev Yaroslavsky Las Virgenes Highland Park, with over 200 acres of oak-covered hillsides, grasslands, and easily accessible hiking trails.
This is a spectacular piece of property with great natural resources, great wildlife resources. It's right off the freeway. It's accessible by car and by public transportation. And the alternative was to see dozens and dozens of homes built on this property, see the ridge lines shaved off, see the oak trees pulled out. It would have been a disaster for the environment and frankly for this and future generations of this area.
Purchased in 2010 by Los Angeles County and owned and managed by the Mountains Recreation and Conservation Authority, this majestic land now belongs to everyone.
It was a long fight to preserve this property. And in the end, Zev gave it the final push, and we have it.
It's easy to find just north of the Ventura Freeway off Las Virgenes Road in Calabasas.
This is the hill you see, this panoramic view of this hill that opens up before you, almost like the curtains are being opened on a stage. You get to see the Santa Monica Mountains unveiled before your own eyes. And once you pass this hill, it only gets better.
Take a leisurely stroll through these scenic hills and see for yourself the rich wonders that nature has to offer right in our midst.
I sometimes sort of tell myself that if the Lord should see fit to send me upstairs instead of downstairs, I would expect that I would walk up to heaven through a place like this.
I would say amen to that.
The dance that I choreographed right here is about women's rights and the lack of it in Afghanistan.
I was trying to be very efficient as a choreographer to get across my message underneath the piece with the veil. If you're not used to using the prop, it could be really difficult to manipulate. So I was trying to teach them how specific they could get about dealing with their props. Ready? And reach, and left to right. It's really rejuvenating as an artist to work with the younger people. Good.
Eyes choreography helps the kids touch what's going on currently in the world. It brings the Taliban right into the studio. By bringing professional choreographers into the school and into the community, the kids are not only exposed to different movement styles, but different philosophies of thought. It also raises critical thinking skills.
In the beginning, when there's two, when they're working in partners, they're really showing the oppression and the lack of freedom that they have. The second half is kind of voicing our opinion and joining together as women for a better cause and for freedom. And by the end, we're letting our voice be heard.
At the Log Cabin Literary Center's Summer Writing Academy in Boise, Idaho, students engage personally and creatively in the art of language, telling stories and reading poems that relate their own experiences in their own words. They are led by teaching writers through explorations of culture and history. In visits to community institutions and natural sites, they learn in a classroom as wide as the sky. Students respond with passion and playfulness. with honesty and courage about what is important in their lives. As educators and adults, we have a stake in listening.
Dream. I was lying in bed thinking about the dream I had the day before.
The reading at the
Then
campfire that
asleep.
night was an amazing culmination to our time together.
I woke to a tunnel of light beaming down around me. I felt so happy to see it.
That they would trust us enough to share such obviously significant feelings meant a great deal to me.
Then I heard this slow voice tell me, "Not yet, Royce." Hold on. It's emotional.
There's a very real human contact that becomes available to you, that becomes possible. And we felt that.
From lush oak-covered canyons to tide pools teeming with life, the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area offers residents and visitors of the Los Angeles area over 500 miles of recreational trails and 47 miles of beaches. Forget Hollywood, this is LA's greatest resource. Hello again, I'm Lori Fernand, and welcome to Trail Masters, your video user's guide to the great outdoors. A day at the beach with family and friends can be a relaxing break from the hustle and bustle of the city. An easy and inexpensive way to enjoy the simpler pleasures of life. Today we are at beautiful Leo Carrillo State Beach with Kristen Perry, a park interpreter with California State Parks, to explore the many unique creatures of the tide pools.